Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is actually a Tamira where I talk news, celebrity, gossip, hot topics. You name it, I talk about it. And today we're going to be talking about Kylie Jenner's testimony in open court. Now, before we get into this blazing and bone chilling testimony, I got to say it. All the opinions expressed here on this channel are allegedly and just my opinion. Why? Because I do not know these people. Say it again for the people in the back. I don't know these people. I'm just bringing you my perspective on what I think is going on behind the scenes. Now, can the church bring forth a hallelujah for Lenciani? Because Kylie Jenner hopped up behind her arrogant behind on that stand today and admitted in open court to conspiring with Tyga to end the relationship between Rob and China. Can you believe it? This girl got on the stand after being briefed by Michael Rhodes, her attorney, after sitting through hours of testimony, after seeing her mama cry on the stand, after all of that, she got on the stand and with her bold face said, I would like to admit in open court, I'm paraphrasing, I would like to admit in open court that I conspired with my lover to sabotage the relationship between my brother and my lover's ex-fiance. Now, make it make sense. You mean to tell me, and then further allegedly perjures herself because she claims that China shanked Tiger, but she can't remember what arm said shanking occurred on. Now, please, somebody in the congregation, please stand up and shout and raise your hand. If somebody tells you that they have been shanked by a female who is dating your brother, that would be an event. That here, people, is what we call an event. And an event is when something traumatizing happens that strikes a permanent memory in your medulla oblongata. Okay, it's called an event. And witnessing that your lover, your current lover, has been shanked by his former lover, who he is actively cheating on with you, is what I call an event. So, Lenciani, I would have loved to be in the courtroom for you to ask Kylie, as you did, and what arm was said shanking on? And Kylie to get the dumb face and say, I can't remember. Well, Kylie. It don't work that way, boo boo. You got to remember the details because it's the details that's going to save your family from the 100 plus $1 million lawsuit that Black China has against you all. And when we peel back the layers of the onion, you have admitted that you did not like China from the moment you laid eyes on her fiance. The moment you saw that man across the street with China and you peeled through your little window and you said, I want that black man. I want him for myself. And the moment you knew you had to do all you could to get him. And when you got him, after he was already taken by China, you decided that you would have the harebrained idea to seek revenge over the scorning you started. You and your sister Kim conspired together to steal Tiger. And then after you stole Tiger, you immediately went on a quest to prove that China was violent, aggressive, and dangerous. And then you further push that agenda by going to your brother, who was otherwise in an unhappy relationship to your knowledge, to bring to him some drama and some trauma that you cannot recall, can't account for, and cannot adequately describe. So, Kylie, did it happen? Did it happen? Did Tiger tell you that, or are you lying? Are you lying, Kylie? Are you lying? Are you trying to forge a pattern of behavior for Black China? But really, the pattern of behavior that I see is that Rob has displayed consistently, season after season, impulsive behavior, signs of withdrawal, irrational decision making, taking things that don't belong to him, possibly using narcotics and or alcohol regularly with the intent to harm. And let's go through the details. Wasn't it Rob who was so ashamed of himself that he left Kim's wedding? Wasn't it Rob who refused to get a job and take care of himself? Wasn't it Rob who went from having rock hard abs to being well over 250 pounds due to, and I quote, depression? Wasn't it Rob who refuses to work despite the fact that all of those sisters have come forward on that TV show to complain about the laziness of their brother? Isn't that the case, Kylie? Isn't that the case? So the evidence would suggest that Rob is predispositioned for anger, outbursts, depression, and withdrawal behavior. And I recall an episode in which Kim called China because Rob had dropped off the face of the grid. And Scott Disick was sitting in the room with Kim. And Kim goes, I can't reach Rob. He deleted all his photos from Instagram and I can't find him. And Scott goes, well, him and I were supposed to go look at homes. Him and I were supposed to go look at homes in Malibu. And then Kim goes, well, you can't reach him. He blocked me. He blocked everybody. Who does Kim call to find out the whereabouts of her brother? You know who she calls? She calls Black China. And she says, China, what's going on with Rob? And China informs Kim that Rob is having an episode, a breakdown, and that he refuses to attend his grandmother's birthday party as a result of his psychotic, impulsive behavior. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what she basically said on that episode. So the evidence suggests that Rob is the problem. We do not hear, I don't hear any reports of China stabbing Tiger in the news media. I imagine that if he got stabbed, that's something he would have put in a rap song. One time for the baseline. Remember when that girl stabbed me? I came back like, damn, she got a fatty. He would have came out with some bars. Like, I stayed with her because the booty was popping, but she stabbed me, homie. Where are the bars from Tiger? That's an event, baby. That's an event. It sounds like the conspiracy was forged. The moment you laid eyes on that woman, you decided you ain't want her for your brother. You decided she was a threat to your empire, and you decided you needed to push her out to the edges of a lot of life at the onset. You and Kim. Because you went to Kim in my last life, I explained it. You went to Kim with your grievance. You went to your mama with your grievance. And China testified that Kim texted her phone or called her phone and said, I cannot be friends with you anymore because Tyga is dating Kylie. That ruined their friendship. So, baby girl, you have admitted to having a vendetta in your heart, the V for vendetta, the K for karma, and Kylie. It's coming for you, boo-boo, because you implanted that vendetta on your heart, and you was after China from the moment you lay eyes on her. And that's why you wanted her time slot. And that's why I believe you went to your mom and you said, I need to get China and Rob off the air because I want life as Kylie. You were threatened by Lash by China. Remember her little cosmetic brand? Don't act like we forgot Kylie. You were threatened by Lash by China. You were threatened by her brand deals. You needed to one up that woman whose man you stole. You felt threatened and you said, I need to build Kylie Cosmetics. I need to take her spot. And you went for it. And you've conspired with your family members, in my opinion, to get her off the air and to push her to the outskirts of identity. And that's how we got life with Kylie. Life with Kylie returned. First of all, make it make sense. Linciani, I hope you in the court giving these people all the smoke. I hope you in court giving these people all the smoke because this is the smoking gun, in my opinion. I will call Jeff Jenkins. Kylie did steal somebody's man as a minor. And, you know, I get what you're saying because it was real predatory, but this live ain't about Tiger. I get what you're saying, 777 Cash. A minor does not have the wherewithal to steal nobody, man. She's a child and he's a predator. I feel you. You are absolutely correct about that. But I'm just talking about the sequence of events. Not that they were right or wrong, and not that Tiger ain't a predator if he was messing with Kylie at 17. You ain't got no argument from me on that. But apparently, the mama consented to it. The mama was in agreement with it, and the mother was not above. I'm talking about Chris here. Chris has admitted in television that she is not above consenting to her minor children doing things that they ain't supposed to be doing. Talking about some Kim came to me at like 14, talking about she want to get on the pill because she ready to get down with the get down with what Michael Jackson's nephew. I don't remember that. I remember that. So I get what you're saying. You're absolutely right. But I digress. Yes, he is a predator, and yes, she cannot consent at her age. But the mama was on board. I'm talking about the facts of the event. But anywho, as I was saying, Jeff Jenkins, the co-president of E, needs to come back to the court, and I would like for Linciani to ask him this very important question. And that question is, please explain to the jury why you pulled Rob in China, which returned 2.7 unique viewers Sunday after Sunday, which was #1 trending next to NFL football, to replace it with Life with Kylie, which returned only 564,000 viewers a night. Please explain to me how that was a financially motivated decision that was not based in bias and not based in unethical business dealings. Make it make sense to me. If I'm in the jury box, you got to explain that to me, because the math ain't math. And if anything, this is a corporation. This is a revenue. Oh, hey, Denise. This is a corporation. This is a revenue generating business. This is about building an empire, a sustain. This, first of all, corporations are in the business of continuity planning. Period. Their entire business model is built on sustainability and continuity. Two things that every corporation is after. How can we continue on, and how can we keep doing what we did last time even more? That's it. So tell me why you're going against math. It's against math. The math ain't mathing. And the conspiracy started with Kylie, and she admitted it today in open court. If I was Linciani, I would have been jumping in my seat, because you have admitted that you were against this relationship from the very start. You never gave China a chance. You never gave the relationship a chance. You didn't want nothing good coming from it. And how dare you, to 777 Cash's point, how dare you and your adult boyfriend go and try to talk to two actual adults, free thinking adults. Both of them were of consenting age. I'm talking about Rob and China. How dare you, minor baby sister with overage predator boyfriend, allegedly, come tell me and my of age boyfriend that we are wrong for being together. If I was China and Rob, I would have said, you got the audacity for me. It's the audacity for me. Tiger better be glad China ain't call the cops on him once she got smooth wind of him dealing with Kylie. He better thank his lucky stars, because if she was the witch he was trying to make her out to be, she'd have called the feds on him, and he'd have been locked up. They won't let him out. They won't let him out. He'd been locked up. All major news outlets would have picked that up. If China had come forward with documented proof that he was messing with Kylie as a minor, it would have been all over the news, and he would have been done in one fell swoop. So if you want to paint China out to be this calculating, manipulative, abusive woman, then the math is also not mathing. Because if she had the vendetta, we wouldn't even be here today. But the evidence suggests that your brother is unpredictable, and this is going back to when he smacked Adrienne Bailon on TV. And I know y'all remember that. They said it was a prank. But any man who got the balls to play a joke on his mother by smacking his girlfriend, cleaning, I heard that pop. It said smack. She grabbed her face and, Rob, oh, it was a joke. No, you were humiliated and embarrassed because you got smacked on television, and you tried to play it off like a joke, and everybody laughed it off. But that Chloe reaction was looking real serious in that episode. He smacked that girl right there. Pop, right in the face. Rob Kardashian been wilding out since we saw him. Him and Chloe always play fighting. He been violent, in my opinion. Oh, you said, sorry, hey, everybody. Hey, chat. I don't know the specifics of Tiger trying to get back with China. I can't speak to that, because once you run off on me for a baby, a toddler, an infant. Ain't no come. You can't spin the block once you diagnose yourself as a potential predator. They ain't no spinning the block. And Tiger, imagine Tiger coming in the open court. If I was Linciani, now we got to subpoena Tiger. Because I would like for Tiger to come address the court as to why he was dealing with a minor child and conspiring with the Kardashians to take down Rob and China. Because now he implicated in the case. Kylie done implicated the man. And the next question out of Linciani's mouth should have been, well, how old were you when this happened? How old were you when this happened? Since you done rolled up in old girl house talking about some stab wounds that you done saw. And why didn't you confront China? If you believe what Tiger was saying and you were so concerned about your brother, why didn't you confront China? She was pregnant with your brother, baby. She was always at your house. I got that little photo in the mirror. I seen it. It's in one of my thumbnails. This in 2020. Y'all like, hey, girl, hey, we making up. We happy now. Oh, where was that smoke? Where was the smoke? Where was the smoke? It wasn't 2020. I forget what year it was, but where was the smoke? I want to know. Yeah, he smacked her. And then they tried to play it off as a joke because she was embarrassed because the cameras were rolling. I would love to hear Adrienne Bailon give her take on whether or not Rob was a little bit off. If he was not above putting paws on people. I wasn't there, so I can't say if he abusive or not. But what I can say is that violating people's personal property is a known diagnosed behavior because he did admit to hacking into China's Instagram and posting photos of her against her consent. So that automatically shows me your character. You don't respect boundaries and you don't respect limits. You are off the hook. And any man who will log into your Instagram and post things about you that's inappropriate is a man who you can never trust. This man will turn on you with the speed of light and with the vengeance of the devil. And no, negative. That's why I told y'all in my other live, I said to you guys, I personally think Rob was in on getting Rob and China canceled. I think his mother cut him a side deal. I think she was like, listen, let us kill a show and I'm going to cut you a check. I'm going to dig into the stash. I'm going to dig into that yayo and I'm going to cut you a check. I'm going to cut you a check on the side, but I need for you to ride this wave with us. And that's exactly what I think happened because I can't imagine Rob, who had no other prospects for business. He had no other business prospects. Like Arthur George ain't Georgian. The socks he got, it ain't Georgian. It's in Nordstrom's and I ain't seen it since. Like I saw it that one time and it's crickets. It's crickets and Disics. Like Scott done went on to get club promotions and all of that, but Arthur George just ain't make it. It wasn't cutting. It wasn't a cut above the rest. Shoot. But anywho, he needed the business opportunity. So please explain to me why it was financially beneficial for him to end the show. Like at the end of the day, whether I like you or not, it's been plenty of people who faked and continued on with reality shows and with dating, even though they couldn't stand each other. Let's look at Stevie and Mimi from Love and Hip Hop. Listen, you gonna do what you gotta do for the coin because at the end of the day, we got these kids to raise. So where we got signed? Where we got signed? We're going to play this off. We're going to get our special. We're going to do what we got to do. We're going to get through the season. We're going to keep it cute or not, because that draws more viewers. And we're going to get this money. Because at the end of the day, we building a future for Baby Dream. We are business partners. Literally, we are actually parents and business partners. It's a mess. She definitely cut him some coin on the side. Definitely. Rob told Kylie she was jealous of him in China because she would be a true Kardashian, something she could never be. Oh, bruh. And I know you're a female, but I say bruh as a figure of speech. Bruh. Do you understand the level of heat that will put on somebody back? Like, I know you want to be Kim. I know this is what you want. You want to be baby Kimmy. But she is about to be a whole Kardashian and you will never be like, ouch. When they say KKK, they keeping up with this Kardashian too, the black one. Hey, y'all. They couldn't stand it. They was never going to let her be a Kardashian. That would have been over their dead body. I don't believe that. But Rob was with the smoke because Rob don't like his family. When Tokyo Tony said that, I be dropping in her lives every once in a while in the bushes. When Tokyo Tony said Rob don't like his family like that, I believed it. I believe that. The same way I don't think Kendall really liked them like that. Like Kendall just be like, listen, my mom is really good at getting me deals and modeling contracts, so I'm gonna keep it cute. But I don't really mess with y'all too tough like that. Like y'all crazy. I'm not with it. Y'all sell y'all soul for anything. And you know what? I'm just not with the smoke. Kendall be looking at them crazy too. Remember back in the days, Kendall always wanted to be around Bruce's sons and his family on that side. Kendall was always with her brothers Brody and them. Always, 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 always with them back in the day. She was never really with the Kardashians like that. She was like, this is crazy. And then she went off into her modeling. They never looked back. Kendall make a cameo on the show and be like, hi, bye. She ain't with it. I think Rob is the same way. He don't really mess with them like that. He don't really mess with them like that. What else everybody say? Just randomly some of the Pioneer channel, and I love it. I agree with what you're saying. I think that shit's grimy to put pictures in China. So obviously, it's a toxic person to do that. Absolutely, absolutely, it's super toxic. It's super toxic. And to me, that shows character. That shows character. Before they came along, China was minding her business on the Atlanta stripper scene, running her business, doing her own thing. No, China posted a photo of her, a cutout of her and Kim on Instagram, and that's how their friendship began. China was just kind of like, "Oh, look at me and Kim," in the fake photo. Kim DM'd her like, "Hey, girl, what's good? Like, you want to kick it?" Like, Kim reached out to her for friendship. She just did what any other normal influencer will do when they're looking at a brand. Kim hit her up for friendship. Like, Kim reached out to her, which means you wanted something from me. Because what else would you want? And I told y'all in my previous live exactly what I thought Kim wanted from China. Kim was looking to get out of that simple life, um, simple life look from Paris Hilton. You know how Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie had the simple life. They had like that. Jessica Simpson was on E, I believe, too. It was kind of like that airhead, bubble gum, popcorn TV. Kim wanted to get out of that. Kim wanted to be seen as like elite. I mean, not elite, but she wanted to be seen as a vixen. She wanted to be seen as credible within the Black community, in my opinion. So I think that's why she was like, oh, China popping, China on the Atlanta stripper scene, China got connections with like Amber Rose and all the hot girls on Instagram. And she said, yes, I want a piece of that pie. I want a piece of that cake, 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 cake. For real, for real. The booty too. I want to be seen as legitimate. I want to be a legitimate vixen. That's why she became friends with China. And then once she got everything she could from her, check out my video when I talk about the colonization. Once she got everything she could from her, they discarded her like trash. They discarded her like trash. But anywho, that was my update on the case so far. I just gotta tell you guys, it's a hot mess. I think Kylie did China the biggest favor on the stand today. I hope Linciani leverages it to the maximum capacity of leverage. I hope she does not let that fly one over the cuckoo's nest. I hope she's like like how that Instagram reel be that sound I hope she hit her with that. Oh, you got to account for the conspiracy, boo boo. I'm gonna need you to step forward. Come forward to the court. Come forward to the court with that conspiracy to sabotage. Did you just admit to sabotage? And you gonna talk about you did it because you saw a wound. Where's the wound? I don't know. The first thing listen, if you ever been deposed or you ever participated in a court case, let me give y'all some tea. If you don't do nothing else, you know the facts of your case. Know the facts of your case. You need to know your story. If you plan on telling a story, you plan on lying, I'm gonna need you to know your story in and out. I'm gonna need you to be able to tell the story forward and backward with not much deviation. But you gotta have just enough deviation that it doesn't seem rehearsed, right? So you gotta tell the story, but then you gotta tell it back in a way where all the major points sound the same, and you don't deviate too much from the details. So if I'm Michael Rhodes and I'm prepping Kylie for the stand, and a key part of Kylie's testimony is a stab wound, the very first thing I'm doing, that's her lawyer is saying a few things. Number one, how thick was the scar? Number two, how long was the scar? Number three, What does the scar look like? Is it faded? Is it prevalent? Is it raised? Is it flat? Does it go from up vertical? Does it go horizontal? Is it near a tattoo? Well, what was the tattoo it was near? Does it look like it was done? Is it a deep wound? Is it healing? How did he treat the wound? Did you ask any follow-up questions? What arm was it on? Like, you ain't going. I'm not gonna put my witness on the stand not prepped for response. We're not doing that. If you cannot detail the facts, leave omit. If you Oh, sorry, you guys. I made a mistake and clicked out myself. But if you are unsure, if you are unaware, if any of that, you omit. This is what any good lawyer would tell you. Omit. Omit. If you cannot keep it legit, then go ahead and just omit. Don't say it. Don't say it. Can Dream's name be trademarked without the mother's consent? Absolutely. It sure can. That's the one thing I can't believe trying to fumble. Every time somebody tell me that the Kardashians trademark every time the Kardashians tell me that they trademarked Dream's name, I swear to you, I almost go into a catonic state of confusion and delusion because I cannot for the life of me. But honestly, the fact that they were able to trademark her name only speaks to the fact that China substantially relies on other people for her decision making. Like, she doesn't have the intelligence, which when Chris called her ghetto on the stand, it was actually helpful to China's case for Chris to call her ghetto. And here's why. Because if Chris is saying, I'm acknowledging that this girl is beneath me in intelligence, if you're acknowledging that, the next question to me, if I'm Linciani, is, well, what role did you play negotiating her contract for robbing China? Did you advise China to get an attorney? Did you advise her? Because you just got on stand and admitted that you are aware of the fact that she is, quote, ghetto. And one of the main stereotypes about ghetto people is that they don't have the dialect to talk in a sophisticated manner. They come across as, quote, ghetto, uneducated, not well spoken. So if you thought that about her, did you guide her to an education? And the fact that they trademarked her name only further solidifies that they are trying to tie this girl's hands from the front and the back. They tie her feet, her arms, and everything. They don't want this girl to prosper in no way, because the name Dream Kardashian was the fucking creme de la creme. When she came out and said, I'm naming her Dream Kardashian, I started thinking of perfume, makeup, long. And when once the little girl got older, she could have came out with a sleepwear line, a loungewear line. Dream Kardashian. Like, that's a sleepwear, that's loungewear, that's socks, slippers. Like, it was a multi-billion-dollar enterprise in my mind from just that name alone. It smacked. And for China not to trademark the name prior to announcing it to the world, which I know Rob was sneaky ass. I bet he told his mother the girl name because China trusted him. His little sneaky, deceitful ass. I guarantee you. I don't have no proof. So when I say I guarantee you, it's like I guarantee you from the spirit of discernment, not the spirit of knowledge. So from the spirit of discernment, I guarantee you that his little sneaky ass, when it told his mama what the baby name was going to be, and they ran down to the trademark office and they trademarked that name. And unfortunately, those who get there first win. You ain't nothing you can do to you could sue, not sue them, but you can buy it from them. You can buy it from them. You could do that, but I think they own it. They played Rob too. Absolutely. They probably was playing like, Rob, what's the baby name? Come on, tell us. What's the baby name? Because they knew she was going to name that little girl last name Kardashian. Oh, they knew it. What's her name? Come on, tell us. Just tell us. Oh, we're going to name her Dream. Oh, that's so cute. Chris, go to the trademark office. Now. It's going to be Dream Kardashian. Get it locked up. Lock it up now. Man, listen. I don't put nothing past them. I don't put nothing past them. Nothing whatsoever. And I could just see China getting the news that your daughter name is previously trademarked by your arch nemesis who you are actively suing in court. And that to me is one of the main reasons, if this is true, because honestly, every time somebody tells me it, I go into denial. I'm like, it's no way they did that. Because that's the lowest of low of disrespect. They trying to break China back so she can't defend herself. That's how I feel. And that's why I'm going so hard and I'm praying that she win and fighting for her and telling her what I believe to be her side of the story. Because I just think what they're doing to her is wrong. They're using their power, their influence, their money to destroy her from two ways to Sunday. They done took everything from the girl. You done took the girl's opportunity for marriage. You done took her opportunity for fame. You done took her opportunity for wealth by stealing her daughter's name. You done took her opportunity for financial mobility. Like, what else is left? You defaming her in the media. You trying to drag her through emotional turmoil by having her have to defend herself since 2017 against the smear campaign. You're going after her brand deal. She can't get her show picked up by nobody but the Zeus Network. That's where celebrities go to get killed, allegedly. Like, they don't do nothing but fight on Zeus. Like, y'all reduced her to Zeus. It's ridiculous. They a mess. She underestimated, of course, she definitely did. That's one thing I wish I would like. So sometimes I wish I could be in these celebrities camps and be like, listen, if you need somebody that just gonna spit game to you for real, you need somebody just gonna kick it to you straight, yo, hit me up. Because I would have told China up front. I would have told her I could see the assault coming. Don't tell nobody. Don't tell Rob. Don't tell nobody what you naming that girl. So you done locked up and you licensed it. You trademarked it. Everything. Don't tell nobody nothing. Nothing. It's in the vault. Because that's how people, you got to see a malignant narcissist coming a mile away, and you got to prepare to fight. You got to prepare to bob and weave, China. The same way I would have told China, keep it cute and keep it cool. Document. There's one thing that you will always learn about corporate America, and that is the 3 key letters I want you ladies to know. As somebody who has been successful in corporate, cover your ass. Period. And the way you CYA cover that ass is through documentation. Everything you say to me is getting followed up with an email, a text message, a voice memo. It's no way we having any conversations off the record, because you ain't gonna play me 3, 4, 5 years down the line with your sudden amnesia. Because you gonna have to account for what you said. That's why I tell people, yo, one of the reasons why I've been doing like career coaching and I do sister coaching. I call it, it's like life coaching, but I call it sister coaching for so many clients and for everybody, is because they're like, how did you get so far in corporate so quickly? And I had to tell them, because I know how to play the game. You gotta anticipate the counter move. You gotta see people for who they are, and you gotta believe them the first time. And this is what I tell my clients all the time. The most detrimental thing you can do as a human being is not believing somebody when they show you who they are. That benefit of the doubt bullshit will get you caught up in some nonsense. Nobody gets the benefit of the doubt. Once you show me who you are, I will prepare and move accordingly. Now, I may not react immediately. Never. You know why? Because the advantage in any situation in which you are facing conflict is to what? Always keep an element of surprise. Never let them see you coming. That's it. Period. So when somebody shows you who they are, and I tell people all the time, sometimes you got to lose a battle to win a war, baby. You got to lose. You cannot be afraid to lose a battle to win a war. And that's the problem. People be so scared of losing the battle that they lose focus of the war. The war is the main event. Listen, I'll lose a battle in a minute. You know how many battles in corporate I done lost, but I always won the war. I always won the war. Because the war is where the glory is. The war is where the money is. The war is where the opportunity is. But you can't let the enemy see you coming. So if I was China's counselor, I would have told China, listen, Kim already showed you who she was. She will betray you on a dime for the benefit of her family. When she sent you that text message and said, I cannot be friends with you any longer because my sister is dating your your fiance. at the time. Once she sent you that text message, it was your cue to make a mental note of the type of fool you was dealing with. You was supposed to put that in the vault, like lock, lock. Okay, she will betray me for her family. Absolutely, without a doubt, she will betray me for her family. I know who you are. I'm going to believe you. So, according to that, I'm not going to put myself in no situation with Kim Kardashian in which she has to make a choice between my success and her family, because she's gonna choose them every time. She already showed me she will throw me to the trash in the street immediately on site. It's on site. So I'm not trusting you. I'm not coming to you with no secrets. I'm not giving you no advice. I'm not giving you no ammunition or nothing you can use against me. You call me up. Hey, China, what's going on with you and Rock? I'm not telling you we had a fight. You know what, Kim? I'm not sure. You got to ask him. You got to ask him. You ain't going to get nothing from me. Nothing but crickets and dissicts. Nothing. Tight. It's a vault. Why? Because anything I say to you will be used against me in a Kardashian household. Because that's how you move. You move slick. The same way Kylie showed you how she moved. Kylie is a snatcher. A baby daddy snatcher. Even in her tender age of 17, she was in some wild out behavior and interested in older men and things she ain't supposed to be into. And Tiger, just throw him to the wolves altogether. But if he messed with Kylie for real when she was a minor, he ain't nothing but a stone cold predator. And at that point, everything he say is not credible because he ain't got no scruples or no morals. And Chris always been about her money. That's one thing about Kris Jenner. She always win with a coin wish. This woman will get on national television and literally say, my favorite child is the one who earns me the most money at any given time. She's admitted this multiple times on TV. So you know that Kris is ruled by money, the almighty dollar. And Kris will do whatever she can to protect the almighty dollar, even turn on her own children. And that's a word on Bible. Not Bible, the Holy Bible, but Bible, how they be saying Bible in their early show. She will turn on you. She will turn on her own flesh and blood for the almighty dollar. You think you above it? You thought you was above it, China? Negative. And that's why I tell people, keep your transactions with folk arm's length. I don't care if I was going into business with my mama. Mommy, you get your own lawyer, and I'm going to get my own lawyer, and we're going to negotiate this agreement. You need to have your own folk protecting you, just like I'm going to have my own folk protecting me. Because when the smoke hits the fan, we ain't going to have no green eggs and ham. We just going to have problems. Now I can't come to Thanksgiving because you mad, because you ain't get your own lawyer. And now they canceled us. You trying to blame me. Negative. But anywho, that's my ranting and raving on the Kardashians for the evening. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. Thank you to everybody who stopped in the chat. Please be reminded to like this live on your way out. If you've been watching in the bushes, please like the live. Please subscribe to the channel. Turn your notification bell on, because sometimes I just pop through and I go live and I try to drop the tea and the juice and give y'all my perspective. I hope and pray that all works out for China and Linciani. I got them upwards lifted in prayer because they are going to need it. But thank you to everybody who stopped in the live. I appreciate you. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.